Well, we have an amazing guest coming on tonight, and I know, Lisa, you are honored and excited to have her here. Do you want to tell us a little about, it's Riva, correct?
That's right,
Yes.
Reba Wilkins. She is the president of Deijidesigns. She happens to be a client of mine. We just filmed a commercial for her. She is a New Yorker. Deijidesigns opened up their flagship store in Soho, New York City. And Soho, for those of you that have never been there, I mean, are some of the most beautiful boutiques in the world. And they have amazing fashion accessories, from handbags to shoes and sneakers and boots. And they were in New York Fashion Week, and I'm going to let her really tell her story. But Reba is a woman who has worn so many different hats over the years. And again, you know, she constantly recreates, and now she's totally in the creative mode because she's helping the designer Mark Schwartz, who is a designer not only to celebrities, but the everyday woman like myself who happens to love their designs and has their sneakers and handbags, to be able to really be fashion forward. So we can, if Reva's with us now, we could bring her on. We could let her tell her story about all the different things that she did within the course of her life. And now she's really living her passion.
Awesome. Love it. So excited. Thank you so much, Lisa, for setting up having her here. Sounds exciting. And the work she's doing. I got a chance to preview.
Commercial will be coming out too, you know, during the Christmas holidays. And I'm hoping that all the women in this community will check out their website, deijidesigns.com. And at the end, we're going to talk about a fabulous giveaway. Hi, Reva.
Hi, Lisa.
So
Hi,
wonderful
Reva.
to have you.
Yes, same here. I'm delighted. Thank you for letting me take part of this.
Well, we love to have you. We are so proud of the work that you're doing. I did not give all of our followers your background because I would rather you tell the story. You know, I said you're the president of Deijidesigns and your store in Soho, but that you've worn so many hats over the years. And now you're living your passion and letting your creative juices flow. But maybe you could give us a little bit of background, because we talk about recreating and reinventing and taking shifts and pivots. Talk to us about where you started from and where you're at today.
Okay, thank you for having me. So, as Lisa was saying, I did wear a lot of hats, and I still do. I've been working in the healthcare field for more than 10 years, and that was a passion to always help people. And that's what I like to do. So after that, I decided to, you know, I'm still in the fashion business, and I always wanted to do my passion of fashion. And I created that through a company, and basically it was a technology company, which I had no idea anything about. And I listened, and when you listen, you get, you know, rewarded. And I became the president of the company. And I also was a director that organized under staff, and then I worked with them, and I was actually the head of that. And then I know Mark Schwartz, and from that we've always been in contact. And through the company, it's a technology company, they wanted to do something with merchandising. And so I said, oh, I have a perfect individual for you. So it was an overall picture that I did, and basically it was a passion that they were interested in. So I introduced them, and Mark and I we worked together and spoke, and they loved what he did and what he still does and his background, and that's how we started. Basically.
Well, maybe you could tell everybody who Mark Schwartz is, because while we know he's fabulous, maybe the rest of our community does not know. And I'm hoping that he'll be a name like Gucci and Versace and all the rest in the very near future. But give a little background on Mark.
Sure. Well, Mark Schwartz worked under Roger Vivier, and he also worked with Andy Warhol. I'm sure everybody knows the stiletto shoes. And they met, and he actually had stars that came in to see Andy Warhol and Roger Vivier. And Madonna would come in, and Lady Gaga would come in, and Jackie Onassis, and he would design for a lot of the stars, to name a few. And he did some personal stuff for them. In fact, when Madonna was going on tour, she wanted these, like, you know, S&M kind of, you know, boots and stuff. So, well, not Oprah, but of course, you know, she did. So, and he just basically did a lot. He also did for Sylvester Stallone and Elizabeth Taylor and Arnold Schwarzenegger. He did some lizard shoes for him, some boots for him. So he's very interesting. So that's
He is definitely a designer to the celebrities, and Oprah absolutely raves. I know Corey with her fashion background, you know, she went to school in New York City, FIT. She is a fashionista herself. I'm sure she has some questions for you as well.
Yes. So thanks for being here, Riva. And it was funny, Lisa just brought up Oprah because I saw the quote that I don't know who Mark Schwartz is, but I love his shoes. And I love that quote from her. So that's so cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
How fun to get that great marketing.
Yeah.
So tell us, I mean, first of all, let's just talk a little bit about you, because huge transition, right? From healthcare and being in the medical practice to going into business. There's a big swing of learning about that transition. So tell us a little bit about your journey of that transition and working on a great brand under a great partnership, such a beautiful synergy that you're able to work under. But tell us about the opportunities that you've had and the challenges that you've faced.
Well, you know, making everybody happy, especially ladies, is always a challenge, but we bounce back with each other on ideas, and I see things and I say, you know what, let's draw, I draw something, and then we bounce back, and he sees something, he tweaks it, we go back and forth. And of course he's in Italy right now, so we're on WhatsApp a lot, but you know, a lot of great ideas that we do come up with. You know, I see things and I say, oh, I will just want to just do it, basically. And I was in sales, so you know, it's my first instance to, you know, to do something like that.
And where do you? Oh, go ahead, Lisa.
No, I was just going to say, you know, I think it's great that you started off in healthcare because that was a passion for you, and then you got involved in the business world. And you were always, like you had said to me personally, you know, you were always the perennial student. You always wanted to learn. You always wanted to improve your skill set and try to get, you know, learn from the best of the best along the way. And because you were so open to learning and giving of yourself in the process, you were constantly able to climb the ladder and be rewarded with promotions and higher jobs. But knowing Mark, you know, Mark is a designer who's in Italy right now, and it's my understanding that you use the same manufacturing facilities as all of the major designers like Prada and Gucci and the rest. So the quality of the leather is wonderful. But it is, like Corey said, a big swing from healthcare to get into fashion, and because that's such a creative outlet, right? So is Mark the designer and you assist with that, or are you totally partners in designing together? Are you handling the operations? Maybe we can get a better understanding.
Well, I assist. I also help. He, you know, he designs. He's the major designer, of course. He's in the factories every day, so he knows, you know, what's there and what kind of quality leather is there, and, you know, and stuff like that. But I assist and he designs, and, you know, I draw as well and help him assist with the creation and operations.
Tell us about your creations. Oh, sorry about that, Riva. Tell us about your product line, because we know you've got purses and you've got the sneakers, and tell us about your product line, how it's evolved, how it's grown, you know, what's most popular. Maybe get us through that.
I mean, I do have some things to show if you'd like, but
we would love, yes, please show us.
This is a white rose, and it comes in black as well. And this is really a hot item for us. And you can see the stitching, how well it's stitched and how well it's handmade. And it's very comfortable, and it's laceless. So, you know, if you go into the airport or you're on the run and you want to just pop them on and pop them off, they're very comfortable, and it's like a sleeve. So these are a very popular one as well. Okay. And then we have the Marigold, which is an arrow sneaker, which is, I like the color because it's a nice color for the fall. It reminds me of a color of a Timberland color. So I just come up with a color like that. And then this is an interesting one. This is a hashtag. I said to Mark, I said, you know what? Everybody's expressing themselves these days. So I said, you know what? Let's do a hashtag sneaker. So I came up with the idea of a hashtag. It's actually brown, and if you see, there's like leopard. You see the leopard?
Beautiful. Yes.
And they're very comfortable. And we have pink throughout, which is a popping color, and everybody knows that pink is a bright color, and everybody would remember basically the inside of it, you know? And there's many more. And then of course there's boots, and I'll show you. Lisa has this bag. This is a wonderful
Yes,
bag.
the Cleopatra bag, which I really, really love.
Beautiful.
In beige as well. Okay. And it's
Love.
very versatile. It's has a strap and it's very big inside. And then there's the beige. This is a beige, the beige one.
Maybe
this
hold
is
up a little higher, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
The
there.
Behavior, and it comes in beige, and it also has the same handle as the other bag that I showed. So there's, and this was actually in the fashion show. One of our influencers actually wore this bag, and she wore throughout, you know, Europe and stuff, and it was just wonderful. She loved it. So, and since I'm on, this is the Riva, and basically I thought of this. Janet Jackson always wore these boots, so I said, you know what? Let's come up with a boot that's like fun and has a zipper on the side, and it's lace up, and they're really, really very.
Can we see the bottom of it? The bottom?
Sure.
Lovely. Yeah,
Cool.
they're really comfortable.
Yeah, and it has a zipper that zippers down and up. It's laceless. So you don't have to put the lace, you know, you don't have to tie the laces, especially with a high boot like this. So, you know. And then, of course, we come into the fall. This is actually a cute, this is also a nice boot. It comes in black as well with a zipper. And it's 100% water resistant. So of all the cold days that are coming up, we're getting popular with these. And these also come in black with the white and gray bottom.
Darling. I love the pink on the bottom.
Inside, of course, if I could show you. Shearling inside, so it's very toasty and warm.
Oh,
Those are definitely my favorite. I love those.
And you have lovely, like, if you know, we encourage all the ladies to go to Deijidesign.com and look at all of the different fashions that you have, because you have lovely, like, fancy black dress boots with heels, and you know, it's all the latest styles. What I really love is that, you know, when you go into high-end boutiques like Gucci and you know, down the line, some of the prices are just so not affordable for the working woman, right?
Yes.
You know, you're spending a couple of $1,000s on a pocketbook, and that again is just not affordable for most.
Correct.
You're using the same quality leather. They're still super stylish. They're so comfortable. There's a sustainability to your product lines as well. And it's all the hottest fashion designed. You were a New York fashion show not too long ago.
Yes.
But you are a quarter of the price. So most people can, you know, indulge themselves in a beautiful pocketbook that you have, and they are really, they're conversation pieces. I know I get stopped. I was in Palm Beach with the Cleopatra bag, and I was being stopped left and right by women saying, "I love your bag. It really pops." So you're doing something right out there, and we want to see you become successful. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about what you foresee for fashion in 2023.
We're working on the spring, lots of pop and color, cruise wear. In fact, there's these shoes. This is, you know, this is a Francesca. And if you could see the heel, it's like a really pretty heel for, you know, out on the town and stuff like that. But a lot of sneakers that are laceless, maybe like an open toe, like on the side. We have some showings with flowers and stuff etching out, marble looking stuff. This is the Deiji X. He asked me, this is in black and then in white, and he's asking me to think of a color for the spring. So we're going to come out with a sneaker like this in the spring. This is all hand stitched as well, and if you could see the bottoms, they're all very, very comfortable, extremely comfortable sneakers.
Those are darling.
And then,
so sneakers, there's such a big fad, right? We went through COVID, and you know, people really changing the way that they dress these days. And I can show you, I have my sneakers on from the airport. I bought in Italy. But yeah, I mean, sneakers are amazing, right? And I feel like, I have to be honest, I wear these sneakers with dresses, right? So, you know, it's like, you don't have to wear, it's like kind of breaking the fashion trends, right? And changing up the way that we present ourselves. So tell us a little bit about that, because naturally we've seen more and more sneakers coming to the market, and you're obviously following that trend or leading that trend and bringing such cool looks to the market. But yeah, tell us a little bit about that, because the consumers change so much.
Well, it's first of all, it's the quality. If you would go out and purchase a pair of like Adidas sneakers or Nike sneakers and pay $300-400, what's going to happen to them after a while? They're going to wear down. The quality is so good that they'll last for a long time. I wear sneakers, all these sneakers every day when I go shopping, and if I'm in a rush, especially like you had said, you had hit on skirts. When people are when they're running from their job or from the airport, they don't want to run in shoes. They want to run in sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, this is a lifetime warranty, and and we stand behind that as well. And the shoes as well are very, very comfortable. Because I know when the models were on the runway there, and I asked them, I said, "How are the shoes? Are they comfortable?" And they said, "Yes, they're very comfortable." Usually, what happens is they want to get the shoes off from the runway when they're modeling. But they were like, "I want to keep these on," and they're so comfortable. So.
Yeah,
and it is all about the quality, right?
Yes.
I mean, this is all being made in Italy. Everything, like you said, is hand stitched, and the fact that they really, really are comfortable. How many sneakers do you currently have in your SKU right now, in your line? And are you always coming out with new designs every season?
Yes. We're working on designs right now. In fact, there's about 10 in the SKU. I can't obviously, bring them all up, but if you go on Deijidesign.com, you can see all the sneakers. We're going to be coming out with like a mesh material looking sneaker, a very cool looking sneaker, especially with something similar to this kind of, with this kind of sole, the material as well. There's it's like a see-through etched kind of look, and like flowers and different. I also wanted to do like an Art Deco one, basically that's unique and different because he's so artsy when he draws, and so we're doing that as well. And then of course some fun looking shoelaces with some sneakers. So, but we're going to stay away from the neons because neons, everybody has those. So.
Riva, where do you distribute your product? How do you, from a business standpoint, how are you building your brand?
Social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We're out there. Of course, the commercial is going to be airing as well. So YouTube and stuff like that.
And you do have some celebrity influencers as well that you're working with, correct, in the fashion world.
Mm-hmm.
Can you name a few, and have they been able to really help promote the brand? Because I'll be honest with you, prior to us working together, I had never heard of Deijidesign. How long have you been around for? Maybe we should start with that so people understand. Mark's been around for, a couple of decades designing for all these fabulous people.
Yeah.
But Deijidesign itself, when did you launch?
Well, we launched at the fashion show on September 10th, but we've been around for about 6 months. So we really did the hard launch at the fashion show. We got a lot of press, a lot of publicity, and it was great. We're in magazines already. We're getting pulled from different merchandise from the Copper Room, which works with Flying Solo. We're in the Flying Solo flagship store in Soho. So we're getting people that come in there to see it as well, and they can go they order them and they go on the website, on their website as well.
So when we talk about 6 months, like I consider anything under 2 years for a business to be in their infancy stage. It's a startup, right? For all intents and purposes. And this is such a difficult time for many companies in the startup phase. Let's face it, we know a lot of companies go out of business because there's so many different moving parts and variables, and sometimes people are underfunded as well, and they haven't thought about all of the necessities, right? Because it is costly to produce your inventory. And then of course, like we always say, it's not the best product that wins, it's the best marketer. So you have all these great products, and we know we have proof of concept because major stars are like raving about your product line. But now for marketing, aside from the commercial and social media, any plans? Will you be in any other like future fashion shows and the like that you're going to be participating in? Okay, talk to us about that.
In February, we're going to be at the Flying Solo Fashion Show again because we had such great press and stuff like that. And there's another one that I'm thinking of doing. I just have to do some, research. A lot, their society wants to do business with us because they see the quality and the merchandise and what Mark Schwartz and the name and stuff like that out. they want to do business, but we have to actually, value is the most important. So we have to see what brings the value to this company.
And Corey, maybe you can also shed some light, because Corey does have expertise even in the fashion world as well. For new startups such as Riva's that's getting out there now and starting to build their branding, and who are you targeting, Riva? Maybe we'll start with that. What age group?
Anywhere from 20 to 60-ish, maybe a little higher than that, 70.
Okay.
And go ahead.
Yeah, that's great. That's cool. So, yeah, well, maybe I'll try to respond, Lisa, a little bit to your question. But so, Riva, that's why I was asking a little bit, so I know that you're marketing direct to consumers, right? You're doing a lot of social pushes, and of course, the video that you're doing with As Seen on TV and Fortune Media Group is going to help you to be able to further promote the message around your brand, which is cool. And maybe we could talk a little bit about that too. What is the message around your brand? What is the message that you're trying to communicate to consumers? Because that's so important as well. But I think what would be fun to talk about is, where are you wanting to be? Are you wanting to be in department stores? Are you wanting to be partnered with other types of retailers that are going to get you in front of customers? Are you just going to be a direct to consumer brand? I think it'd be fun to kind of unearth that conversation a little bit.
Good question. So Mark Schwartz, he has a lot of pull with Saks Fifth Avenue, Neiman Marcus. He knows the salespeople. He knows. So we're looking. We're scaling up, obviously, and they're looking. They keep on looking. They're looking at the website and stuff like that. So basically, I think he's having a call with them tomorrow to go over things. So it's, when we first started, they want to see how we're doing and how we're scaling up. So he's going to be working with Saks Fifth Avenue. They want to do a private line. And also, as well as Neiman Marcus, we have a call with Macy's. So we're getting out there. And I also want to get into some stores, some regular, some shoe stores that are very high-end brand as well. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So those are good channels of distribution that you can look at in terms of partnerships and getting into the store. So it can just be another kind of closer connection to consumers that can come in and shop the brand and see what's out there. So that's great. And we appreciate that. And tell us a little bit about some of the consumer type shows that you're going to do. I'm not familiar with some of the ones that you mentioned that you're looking at doing. Are they B2B shows, or are they direct to consumer shows that you're looking at?
Well, they're invitation only, and they're both basically. It's a fashion show. You ever hear of New York Fashion Week? Okay.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So we did that. We're doing that. We did Flying Solo. I'm going to do them again. And also there's another one that we're looking into. We're not sure. We have to see, LA Fashion Week, Paris. So there's a lot out there for, Fashion Week to do.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, there are a lot of fashion shows, like you said, New York and Paris, certainly, and we're all familiar with the New York fashion.
Miami, there's so much.
But like Magic is a big show out in Vegas. Is that we're just, meeting up with buyers right now, and I know Mark already has a name, and that's going to open up doors for you, having that kind of longevity for so many years and being able to build on that. But now that you've created this new brand with Deiji, aside from the Saks and the Neiman Marcus, which I think are fabulous retailers, are you looking to really go more boutique, more big box, the big retailers? Will you be selling in Europe as well, or concentrating here in the US?
Yeah, well, big box. I wouldn't say boutique. Boutique is very limited. You don't have many, the high-end people coming in. I think of boutiques as, hair salons and stuff where they just have a little booth. But we want to scale up, of course. And it would be available, all over Europe and so on, all over the country. Yeah, and we'll branch out and so on. Yes.
So I'm going to just, for a moment, speak about the video production, because, what I do when I had the opportunity to speak with Riva, we had found Riva because they were in the fashion, going to the New York Fashion Show, and we like to, at Fortune Media Group, Shark Discoveries, keep our finger on the pulse as well in all different product categories. And fashion and accessories happens to be a product category that we look at. Today we're in an economic climate where there are some product categories that aren't doing well, but when it comes to beauty and personal care or pet products, they're still doing well. And of course, you know, some in the fashion are still going strong. And so we were interested because of the fact that you did have Mark and a great name, but because you are a startup, you need to be able to beat the drums. And as you know, we always say, video content is king and distribution is queen, and she wears the pants. And I repeat that time and time again because it is true. You need to be able to talk about your message. And Corey had alluded to that before. Every brand needs a message. Okay. What differentiates you from all the other fashions out there? Because there's so much to pick from, right? Sometimes people are just going to go based on price. Sometimes people are just going to go based on name because they want the cachet of wearing Chanel or Prada or what have you.
Okay.
What is your message that you're trying to send? Is it a luxury brand at an affordable price?
Elegance and beauty and exceptional you. That says it all. And when you wear these, when you wear the product, you should be proud and just be a beautiful person, and you have it for half the price. And that's what we're looking at. It exudes confidence. You can walk tall. You don't have to, hide it. And people, like you say, Lisa, people see it and they're like, wow, where'd you get that bag? It's just beautiful, beautiful stuff.
I like it because it really is a conversation piece, and it's like a piece of art.
Yeah, and it makes you look more beautiful when you put it on. And that's what we're looking for, people to just have confidence, because a lot of people wear stuff and they're not very confident in it and, in what they have. And it's exceptionally you, without you, not Y-O-U, the letter U, exceptional, not you, dot. Yes.
It sounds good. And I love that it could be worn of people of all ages, women of all ages as well. Whether you're a millennial or you're a woman like myself or somewhere in between like Corey, it's fashion that I think suits all different personalities. So you can be just uniquely you in it. Corey, do you have any light that you would want to shed too on a new fashion design coming into the marketplace today? They're already starting to build partnerships. We talk, Reva, a lot on writing of the book, the importance of forming partnerships as well to really scale a business. But Corey, maybe you have some pearls of wisdom that you can shed to this evening.
Yeah, Reva, I mean, first of all, it sounds like you're doing an amazing job, getting out in front of the market, which is awesome. And one of the things I was going to ask you about, so we know we're going through, a big shift, right? Coming out of COVID, as I was alluding to earlier, not only has fashion changed, but the way that consumers approach buying apparel and, styling themselves, working in an office, not working in an office, there's so much transition that has happened in our lifetime over the last couple of years. And so one of the things that I see that the market is not only constantly changing, as it always has in retail, but it's at a very unusual time. And then you add to that the fact that consumers are concerned about the economy now. Of course, there's this recessionary thought process. Do I be concerned about it? Do I not? Depends on who you are and what, where you're at in the process. But there's a lot of mental mind shifts. And I'm always about thinking about what the consumer psychology is around how to connect with them in your brand. And I know you've mentioned a couple times, like you're giving this high-end quality experience, right? Super amazing, comfortable, fashion-forward product, but you're doing it at an affordable price where people can actually afford the luxury that you're putting out there. Yes. So tell us a little bit about what you're seeing in connection to your consumers, because this really dictates the way that you market, the way that you brand, the way that you present to the market. Maybe it's the partners that Lisa was mentioning that you end up partnering with because of where consumers are going for things today. So maybe in the time, you said the business has been around for 6 months. Of course, I'm sure you were planning that for time before that. What kind of transitions have you had to pivot or adapt to because where the consumer is today, or where do you find that connection point?
Well, definitely I look at styles. I look at different styles, and of course we want to be unique and not copy other brands, of course. We look for quality, longevity, how long it lasts, the fit, the look, the fun, the confidence. That's basically what you need to, when you put on something, you want to have confidence. You don't want to walk out and just not be happy with what you're wearing. and the quality. And of course, it's half the price, and it's affordable. That's the most important thing. I think consumers are looking for affordability, but quality as well, and comfort and something to last for a long time. And that's what Deijidesign exudes and does.
And it is a savvy consumer that's out there today, and you're right, they are looking for good quality. There's a lot of competition in all of the space, but the fact, for me, what I found most interesting is that not only did you have the great quality, not only did you have interesting designs that can rival some of the big name designs that are out there, but because the price was so much different, a quarter of the price that it would cost for some of these other brands, I thought, okay, this is really going to give you the leading edge. Some of the influencers that you're utilizing right now that I noticed, they're younger, and they're very fashion forward. So would we find you in any major magazines, because you're out there using social media, and we say the importance of that, and having celebrity influencers that have a community that they've already built, that people trust them because people buy from people they trust, is so important for you in building this brand. But any major magazines, are you trying to get any editorials written about the work that you're doing right now?
Well, we're getting inundated with that. We were actually in Sheba, which is a magazine, with actually the Marigold. And then we were also in another magazine, but I'm looking maybe to get into Vogue, Vanity Fair, the high-end quality, because people are still picking up magazines. I know they look online, but to touch, to feel, to see, and the quality and the gloss finish on a magazine is where people want to see what it looks like.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that would be really good if you can get yourselves in any of those magazines, and we can speak about that as well. Because we have entree to some of those magazines. Have you been, and even, I don't know if you've looked at or spoken with any bloggers, but the more you get your name out there, the more recognizable it is, the better it is for you. Does Mark actually do any live streams? Because I think people would love to hear from Mark as well with his illustrious career. Actually,
yes, Deijidesign show. It actually aired today, and it was last week. Lorraine is the influencer, Lorraine Day, and then Mark, she brings on Mark and speaks about all the qualities and who he's worked with, and the new line and stuff like that, and shows off stuff, and she has stuff, and she shows it as well. Yes.
That's great. And I was going to tag on to that. So I just posted your Instagram. So thank you for giving us that so that we can follow you on Instagram. What would followers look for on Instagram? What's kind of the theme, or how do you help followers to stay engaged in your social media? Is it the live events that you do? Is it fashion tips? Is it just excitement to see who's wearing your product next? Kind of what is that vibe that kind of comes through your social media?
Well, right now we have about 28,000 followers. We do a lot of posts. We do reels as well, because stories and videos are very important for people to see, and that's something that they like to see. We do a lot of background music, the hit music that's happening now, Beyonce and so on. Just pictures of the bags, and beautiful women actually with the bags, engaged with the bag, and seeing that you can see yourself actually using, having that bag or that pair of shoes. And it's just—
Tell us about you. Thank you. Yeah, I did see some of it, and everybody should go on to— we're hoping that people will start following you, because you are a new company. We want to support all of our guests that are on, our females in business, because we know there's lots of challenges, not always a smooth ride. I'm glad you have some opportunities, more so than a lot of startups, but still there are always challenges, right? Tell us about your new store in Soho. Where is it located?
420 West Broadway in Soho, in a very fun, chic, upcoming area with lots of, like Prada's over there and all the upcoming stores. And it's a fun— we have a wall where basically where we display things, and every month we do bring in new merchandise, and we're also on the Flying Solo page as well. They have a website as well. And
do you get a lot of walk-in traffic? I haven't been to I haven't been to Soho in a bit, but when I come up to New York, I'm going to stop in to see.
Yes.
So talk about that. Are you getting a lot of walk-in traffic, and are you out there, and do you have a hero product right now? Like, is there a number one seller that you're noticing?
Yeah, a lot. We do get a lot of people that do come in to see, and they're actually from all over the country. You know, people coming from all over the country. So I would say right now it's the white rose, the black rose, the Deiji X. This is also a new product. It's a shearling boot, which is cut like a sleeve,
Oh,
and it comes in black, and it comes in like a pinkish color, and that's the aspen. And basically, yeah, I'm a very outgoing individual, so I'm not afraid to step out of the box. You know, I'm not tunnel vision, so I'm always looking, maybe going to conventions, getting the word out that way, maybe doing networking and stuff like that. So you really got to put yourself out there, like you said, Lisa. Of course, I agree. And promote. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely. Networking is key.
Yes.
So Riva, tell us a little bit, as we kind of start to wind down here tonight, tell us a little bit about the growth of the brand. So I know you've been in business now for the last 6 months, and it sounds like, between all the appointments you've got up and coming and the opportunities to get your product placed in retail, the business is going to grow quickly. And so hiring human capital and bringing people in to help support your business growth is such a critical piece of a company's ability to be able to scale so that they can support those scale efforts. Where's the company at in terms of that growth? Have you started hiring people? Are you starting to have to manage people or set up systems in your company, that are going to help you to grow more quickly or standardize the processes? Tell us about that.
Sure. We're going to be doing marketing campaigns and sales, and of course, emailing people about the brand and so on. Social media, we're looking maybe into doing texting through phones, because everybody gets texts from different companies and stuff like that. So we know that would be a big thing. So we would be doing that as well. So marketing and getting out there, getting the name out. And, I'm thinking of doing a t-shirt and just wearing it and, and stuff like that. So I wear the stuff every day.
That's great.
And through influence.
As a new company, how many employees are working with you right now? Because I know, like Mia, there's a couple of people that are supporting the system right now, correct?
Yes, about 20, Amaya. Yes, about 20 people.
Okay, great. And yes, I'm sure that will grow. One thing we do want to say, you have been extremely generous in a giveaway, and many of our guests do that, and it's wonderful. We talk about the importance when you're starting a business and growing your email database. Your email database becomes golden for you. And, if in the future you decide that you're going to do an exit strategy, sell your company maybe to another company, they like to see that you have created a good email database that you can communicate directly with those people and not have to do that through Facebook and the like. So talk about the giveaway that you're going to do and how you'd like people to join your newsletter, how it's going to be a part of this giveaway.
Okay, so you can go to Deijidesign.com and sign up for the newsletter and giveaway. And we also have a 10% off if you do DD, which is Deijidesign 1150, and put that in. And then when you check out, that could also be a 10% as well off. And you speak about being personal. I've actually gone to customers and went to their door to actually meet with them, and they were very, very happy about that as well. So being very personable and delivering, well, of course I'm not going to deliver in Florida or somewhere, but I'm here in Brooklyn, so they're there in Brooklyn. So I've actually become friendly with the lady, so she's buying more stuff. So it's DT 1105. Okay.
And for the giveaway, that's part of we want everybody to go and put their email in for the newsletter to hear about all the fabulous stuff that's coming in the future. But for the actual giveaway, from what I understand, if Sky has this correct, you are graciously hosting a giveaway that is the Arrow Black sneaker, which is valued at $315. And it's designed with the sleek silver and black collaboration while incorporating the signature arrow. I have that signature arrow in gold. I love it. So it really is, fine Italian leather, all handcrafted. This is a fabulous gift, ladies. I don't know if you have that particular sneaker there that you could show what the giveaway is. If not, not a problem.
Oh, I can run downstairs, but I don't want to take it away.
No, not necessary.
That's
So
fine.
anyway, maybe we could post a picture of it for you.
I have a picture. Let me see if I can get it posted.
It's
It's
like a metallic.
darling.
It's like a metallic on the side with the black. It's also on the website as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. So
Very
that's
generous.
a fabulous gift and so generous of you. We thank you so
course.
much.
My
And
pleasure.
so everybody will put up, you know, what you need to do to join their Facebook and their Instagram and the newsletter.
Yeah.
And tell us why you would love to be sporting these sneakers, and maybe you'll be the lucky winner.
Yeah, and what you love about the brand, right? It's so fun to engage with your customers and hear from them what they love and what they see and how the brand inspires them, because, you know, it's different for everyone. So it's,
Ideas are always great to not, you know.
yeah,
Ideas are always great.
absolutely. Well, your website is fabulous. It's really
Thank
easy to
you.
navigate. So thank you for making that easy as a consumer. It certainly makes it easy to be able to shop and do what we need to do. And very excited for you and for Mark, of course, and the amazing partnership that you've got together. You know, having a partnership in business is it's a process. It's just like a marriage, right? You have to
But it's
understand.
rewarding. But it's rewarding.
Absolutely rewarding and fun. And I love, you know, one of the things you talked about earlier in the live was just about the fact that, you know, you throw ideas at Mark, he throws ideas back at you, and that full circle of collaboration is such a productive way to grow a business, and having that support with each other is so wonderful.
I also forgot.
Oh, there's the sneaker.
Lovely belts with the big arrow. Beautiful. Just want to show you some belts.
Gorgeous.
Oh, wonderful.
And it comes in black. And we're going to be doing some rhinestones in, and this is the black one with the white stitching, just to show. Beautiful.
Awesome.
Love it.
And then, of course, the metal. And this goes with a clutch, like a little, it's an edgy kind of look, metal.
Fabulous.
And then
Well, I'll be doing some shopping in Soho at your store, and hopefully get to meet you in person, because you've been
wonderful.
Wonderful and kind. We are approaching the hour now, but you have been really wonderful, and we're telling all of our community and anybody that wears your styles, get as many testimonials and as many pictures out there of women wearing your products, you know, of all ages from all over the country, and that'll certainly be beneficial to growing your brand as well. Any parting words, my darling Corey, before we?
No, I just posted the picture of the sneaker that you're giving away, which is again incredibly generous, darling sneaker, so fun, and it's going to be amazing to have somebody win it from the community, and we are grateful that you're so generous with that. But good luck with things, Riva. We're excited. We would love to hear back from you in another 6 months on how things are going, and your placement in stores, and you know, keep I know you said you're, you know, not afraid to go in and talk to people. It's exactly what you need to do, right? Get people engaged in the brand. Yeah, and I love the idea of you getting t-shirts and handing them out around, you know, the holiday times, and giving them to all your friends to really promote for people to look at it. Your designs are beautiful. I do think that you've really nailed, you know, the idea between quality, right? Everyone wants the quality of things, but also at a very affordable luxury price. So thank you so much, Riva. We wish you so much luck on your journey.
And happy holidays.
Keep enjoying.
Have a wonderful Deijidesign Day.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great night, everyone.
Okay, bye, Lisa.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thanks so much.